Mr. Bowen here for Kindergarten All-Stars. I'm making a quick video today to show you how I plan to implement my workshop centers this year. It is definitely different than I've done it in years past. And the reason for that is because there's been a big shift, especially in our district, to try to implement something what is called personalized learning. So I'm just going to kind of show you what I'm going to do this year and just give you some tips on how to implement it yourself. So let's begin. First of all, the workshop workstations begin with this board right here. I've used this board before, but I've used it differently. My students will be separated into 5 different groups, different small groups. And before I have done it where they were based by high, medium, low, that sort of thing. This year I have decided to change it to group them based on their ability. And these groups will more than likely change throughout the year based on the different assessments that I give them. So the students will be able to see their names up here, and it's going to, of course, be based on their ability. And as you can see, each group is color-coded for a reason. Now, I'm going to start this off by saying I got this idea of how to do my workshop from Kindergarten Smorgasbord. I have been following his blog for a little bit now, and I have been very impressed in how he does it. So how I have developed my workshop is very similar. And basically what it is, the students have 3 choices, as you can see. So anybody in group 1 are able to do these 3 choices. Anybody in group 2 are able to do these 3 choices, group 3, and so on. Now, if I am sure you noticed that at the top here that all the groups except for 1 have the option of the ABC Center. And the reason why that is because really the ABC Center is what I consider to be the big part of workshop, the meat of the workshop. So almost everybody is going to have those, and what those are, the ABC Center are actually tubs with their different centers. So each group, with the exception of group 2, has the ability to at least pick their tubs. Now, if you go and follow me over here, you will see what those tubs look like. So if they choose the option of picking their tubs, they will be able to look, and these tubs are color coordinated based on their group color. So the group over here, group 4 is the blue group. They will come over here and choose one of the blue tubs. Now, each student can pick 1, and as you notice, there are 5 tubs here, so chances are my group will have 5 or less students. So if they choose the tub option, they come over here. There will be a center in this tub. They will take this tub and they can go work in anywhere in the room. When they finish with this tub, they then can put this back and pick another tub that is available. Now, the thing about this is that each group has different centers based on their skills. Okay, so while my higher group, which is the purple group, might have, they might be working on vowel sounds, short vowel sounds, whereas my red group, they might have centers based on beginning initial sounds, ending sounds, whatever it is that I have assessed them on that I think that they need help with. And they will be able to pick one different center, work on it, and then put it back. So that's the first option. That's the first choice that everybody gets to choose. And when they finish with a tub, they can put it back, and choose to do another tub. Now, they do not have to pick a tub again. As I said before, there are 3 different options here. So let's say group number 1, somebody from group number 1 chooses to pick their tub. They can go get a tub, they work on it, they finish it, they put it back, and then they can go on to the next. They can pick another option. They can choose write the room or magnetic letters. Now, how I've put these centers is basically based on what they are in the room. So for example, I'm sure you see these orange tubs right here. The middle row, so the top row is the tubs, or one group can pick computers using either RazKids or Starfall. The middle row is these. These are extra centers that they can use as well. And each tub has one different center. So for example, this middle is write the room. So there will be the papers that are set for write the room. They can take what's in here, go set the tub somewhere, and work on it, and they can go around the room. Again, when they are finished with it, they can put it back. They can choose to go on to their third option, or they can go back to their tubs and pick another tub. It's pretty much up to them. This is why I really like this, because it allows for students to basically have choice. They don't have to be told when to stop, when to rotate. It gives them the opportunity to be free with what they do and be self-directed. So, as I said before, the top is the tubs. The second one is these orange tubs right here, which is just one center. And the bottom one right here are special centers of things that are around the room. So, for example, these won't change very often. For example, the magnetic letter center, that will be someplace over in the room right over here, and it's not set up very well yet, but they can use these magnetic letters, use these whiteboards that are able to work with those magnetic letters. They're magnetized. They can also use these letters down here, and that's just one of the centers that's around this room. There's also others. For example, this third option right here is the pocket chart center. The pocket chart center will be over here, and there will be different items available. Right now, you know, since it's early, I haven't really got it fully set up yet, but there will be different options here. They can be working on beginning and ending sounds by putting them in the pocket. I might have different pocket charts that I might use for different things. So that's another center that they can go to. And like I said, the beauty of this again is when they finish with a center, they can go and do another center, and they can even come back. So for example, student in group 1, the red group, gets done with one tub. They say, hey, I want to go do write the room. They go put their tub back, they go find the write the room, they go work on it. They say, I'm done. When they finish with the write the room, they can go back to a tub, or they can go to the magnetic letter center. That it is totally up to them. The only thing that I would say that they have to do is they have to be working at all times, and they have to complete, if it's something that there is an ending to, for example, if it's something from the tub, they have to finish it before they can move on to the next thing. Same with write the room. They have to finish the write the room before they can move on to the next thing. So that is what group 1 has. Group 2, they have a computer instead of the tubs. And how it's decided who gets what center is it's just basically rotated each day. So when we're done with workshop for the day, these cards will move over here. Yellow group moves over to the green group. Green group moves over to the blue group. Blue group moves over to the purple group. And purple group goes back to the red group. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, these centers will be introduced at the beginning of the year, and the students will be able to choose what they do and how often they do it. They do not have to do the first option, the second option, the third option. They could choose to do all of their tubs. Then the next day, they could choose to do, if they've done all their tubs, they can go back and do that same tub again. It gives them that practice. And it really makes it easy for me to not have to spend a lot of time putting out fires, making sure that the students know what they're doing. They have lots of options. I introduce it at the beginning of the year. They know where to go. So another thing, when it comes back to these tubs, oh, there's that bell. Normally, when I was doing centers before, it'd be for a whole week, I would make centers, and then I would change them out. Well, with this, because there is so many more, because students have more options, I don't change them out as much. And if you go over to Kindergarten Smorgasbord, he probably does a whole lot better job explaining how he rotates his centers, but usually it's 3 to 4 weeks, and even sometimes, for example, like when it goes from low to high, I might take some things from the highest group that, I think my next highest group are ready for. So I can take some of the centers out of here and put it into the blue group. And maybe some of the things from the blue group can go over to the next highest group, which is the green group. And then, I'll take some of the things from the green group and move it over to the yellow group. And I'm sure you can see that I just used colored duct tape to cover the front of these, and so on. If the students are so to keep this organized as well, I'm sure you can see that I put a little piece of colored tape to show right exactly where each bin goes. So that really allows for students to really personalize what they're doing. It really allows for them for me to differentiate my instruction so that everything is based on their skill, based on what I see through my assessments that they need. If I see a certain group of students are needing help with word families, I can take some centers that focus on word families and put it in with that group. The other thing, and this really doesn't have anything to do with my workshop, but it also kind of focuses in on that personalized learning. Something that I found through my internet searching is this reflect and highlight. I don't remember where I got it from right now, but I will make sure to link it in the description of my video. When students are finished with something and they need to come and turn it in over here in the turn-in bucket, they're going to highlight underneath their name how well they understood it. For example, if they feel like they really got it and they can tell somebody else how to do it, then they would highlight green. If they think, I think I got it, but I'm still might need some more practice, then they would highlight yellow. And then finally, if they just still didn't understand it, and at the beginning of the year, I will explain to them it is okay to say you don't understand something. That just tells me that I need to work with you more on that skill. Then they will highlight under their name red. And so again, it just allows for me to know as a teacher how to personalize my instruction to better fit them as an individual. So this has been a really long video already, 15 minutes, but I thought I would just explain a little bit better on how I do workshop.